Oh, folks. Oh my God. Okay, let's expand that. Ooh, what happened with my hair? I'll tell you what happened with my hair. I have been walking to work, because I can. Because I live in bumfuck nowhere and my work is like 5 blocks from my house. So why not walk? So yeah, today was really windy and you saw that. So the oh folks moment today, this is going to be fun for y'all. So I asked on Twitter yesterday for some ideas to make my channel a little more dynamic. When I first started this channel, I didn't start it with the intention of strictly doing wrongful conviction cases. In fact, I didn't even think of using it as a platform for that. I was just, kind of riffing on some shit that bugged me. And then the Avery case dropped on the country in the form of the documentary, and I realized, oh shit, people probably are not realizing how bad this really is. Because with my training, with my knowledge of the legal system, I actually know a lot more than the average person with regards to law enforcement and how court procedure goes and yada, yada, yada. So I was seeing shit in the documentary that I knew the average person in the population wasn't going to really understand. They weren't going to understand why that was a big deal. I can tell you the exact moment when I figured out, hey, I might want to do a video on this. It was the moment when it's the shot. I know I've said this before. It's the shot of the hallway in the courthouse, and it's right after Brendan Dassey's hearing to see if they could get his confession suppressed. And it's this shot of the hallway and a door, and out comes Kaczynski, and immediately following is Ken Kratz and Wiegert and Fossbender. And I went, there was no plea deal in the works at that time. There is no reason for the prosecuting attorney to be meeting with the defense attorney with the 2 lead investigators on the case in a back room if there's no plea deal being discussed at that time. And that's when it clicked. I was like, oh, I don't think anybody knows how bad this really is. So I started doing videos, and as a result, over time, over the years, people have brought me case after case after case. Casey, can you help us? Casey, can you just talk about this case? And this is one of those times. I am going to talk to you a little bit more about the Nathan Reome case. And I know I've talked to you guys about this before. This is the case where the kid got 79 years for a rape that there's no way he could have committed, okay? 4 DNA profiles were developed from the rape kit. 3 were identified. The other one was not identified. Nathan Reome's DNA is nowhere near that scene. And somehow the DA decided to make a deal with a known and convicted pedophile who is the only reason why Nathan Reome's name got thrown into the hat. So I wanted to bring this to your attention. I just recently got a hold of some documents with regards to this case, and that's the oh folks moment. But before we do that, I want to show you guys something. This is a case file that involves 4 perpetrators. 4 people were sentenced for this rape. Okay? Are you with me on this? This is the case file. And you think, looking at this, okay, yeah, that looks like about right, except for one minor problem. This is the investigation file. This is the court transcripts. Does this look like enough paper for a 4-defendant investigation? Come on now. Come on. Quit bullshitting me, Onandaga. Quit bullshitting me. Nobody's buying your bullshit. Now, this is the oh folks moment. So I got a hold of some more documents. Nathan Reome He's a good kid. He's a good kid. He had some run-ins with the law prior to this. Nothing major. You know, typical small town kid stuff. You know, just crap. Just crap. However, and this is the part that really gets me, he was acquitted and then somehow he was still imprisoned on the same charges that he was acquitted on. Huh? I'm still not understanding that. But this is what gets me, okay? I got in this load of documentation. This is a letter, and I will be scanning this in the near future and uploading it to Themmy's Legion's website. So, well, I won't be doing that. I'll be scanning it. I won't be uploading it. I've got an awesome fucking team of people that take care of shit like that because they kick ass. This, however, this is interesting, okay? This is in response to a Freedom of Information Act request made by Nathan Reome to the Onandaga County Sheriff's Office. He wanted a complete copy of the investigation file, which, according to the Freedom of Information Act, it was windy, which means it was dusty. I live in the fucking desert, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I got coated in dust on the way home. Now I'm bitching, though. I got some really killer pictures. If you want to see those, check me out on Instagram. I'm Mama Phoenix herself on Instagram. Anyways, according to the Freedom of Information Act, which is federal law, you, as the public, have the right to access those kinds of records. Once a case is closed, i.e., either through conviction or through acquittal, or the state decides to dismiss the charges for lack of evidence, whatever, those records become public record, which means anybody and their fucking sister can walk their happy ass into the courthouse or into wherever and say, I would like a copy of X. And the clerk will tell you how much it'll cost. You know, it'll cost your firstborn or it'll cost your right leg because they charge. And as long as you pay, you have access to those records. This was law even before the Freedom of Information Act, but the Freedom of Information Act made this just unimpeachable. Okay? Get this shit. Nathan Reome wrote to Onandaga County Sheriff's Department. I see you fuckers. Nathan Reome wrote to the Onondaga County Sheriff's Department and asked them for a copy of the complete investigation record. This is what they sent. Dear Mr. Reome, your request has been received, reviewed, and is partially denied in accordance with Public Officers Law Sections 87.2A, are specifically exempt from disclosure by state and federal statute 87.2E, are compiled for law enforcement purposes, and which, if disclosed, get this shit, kids, which, if disclosed, would reveal criminal investigative techniques or procedures and are interagency or intra-agency materials. You may appeal my decision within 30 days by writing a brief letter to Martin Murphy, Esquire, blah, blah, fucking blah, yada, yada, yada. So essentially what they're saying in this piece of paper right here is there's shit in this case file we don't want you to see. Because I can guarantee you, kids, inner office investigative techniques. Who the fuck are you bullshitting, Onandaga? Seriously, who the fuck are you bullshitting? Any asshole with an internet connection and a fucking computer, any asshole with a smartphone can Google investigative procedure, Onondaga County Sheriff's Department, New York. And it'll come up. Your guys' fucking techniques and shit are all online. Why? Transparency. The Freedom of Information Act has made this possible. So essentially, they're telling him in this letter, there's some shit in your file we don't want you to see. That's it. That's all of it. They have denied him his constitutional right, which means once Nathan Reome gets an attorney, Incidentally, if there's any attorneys in upstate New York watching this, I got a killer case for you. Once Nathan Reome gets an attorney, he can sue Onondaga County Sheriff's Department for violation of his constitutional rights. There are other letters in this packet that also state, oh, well, your attorney at the time was given these records. Get them from them. No, bitch, I'm asking for them from you because I want to cross-reference and see what was left out. I want to see what my defense attorney had, what they didn't have, blah, 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 which is his constitutional right. So you're telling me, Onondaga? Which asshole wrote this shit? Officer Kiggins, records access officer. So you're telling me, Kiggins, that you're going to deny a man his constitutional rights because there's some shit in there that you don't want him to see? Seriously? Really? Listen. I got a big mouth and all day. And I literally have nothing better to do with my time than climb up your ass, Kiggins. And climb I shall. Now, see, kids, when I take on a case, I make the same promise to every person that I take on to do videos on their case for. Look me in my eyes. I make this promise to them. If you are still in when I get my law license, I will take your case pro bono. I hope I do not have to keep that promise. But Onondaga, if I have to keep that promise, oh bitch, bad things are going to happen to you. In the meantime, though, in the next 5 or so years you've got between now and then, I'm going to climb all the way up your ass and build a nest. Because this is a violation of the Constitution that you swore to uphold. And I don't take kindly to that at all. And I can think of several attorneys that don't either. I can think of several congressmen that don't either. I can think of several senators that don't take kindly to that. There are still people in this system that believe in the oaths of office that they took when they got their job. And they will fight tooth and fucking nail to uphold that Constitution. Federal law trumps state 9 times out of 10. But in this case, it does. We're coming for you, Onondaga. Now, like I said, next couple of days, because it's a shit show at my desk right now, midterms, I'll be scanning this along with all of these other lovely pieces of paper and sending and putting them up on the website. I'll leave a link later down below in the description. In the meantime, Google the Nathan Reome case. Go to my Facebook fan page. You'll find it. We've got stuff. We also have a research group for Nathan Reome. It's called the Hatchlings / the Nathan Reome Project. You can look us up there. We've got records and all kinds of shit on there. Whew, boy, do we have records. I hand scanned the entire investigation file, 1 page at a time, in order to put this shit online. And we're setting up a website strictly for this case file, because transparency is everything. Everything. Now, I know y'all are waiting on me to do a video on Kaczynski's latest bullshit. I did a live video on Facebook a couple days ago. So if you're not subscribed to me on Facebook, if you're not following my fan page on Facebook, look me up. It's Casey Martinez, aka Mama Phoenix. Look me up, follow me, because occasionally I decide to do a live video on my Facebook page. Don't forget to subscribe to me here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Mama Phoenix 6. And if you buggy on over to the About page here on my channel, you'll find links to my Pinterest boards, my Facebook fan page, my Instagram, the whole kit and caboodle. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.